very good wrestler, high-level purple belt, and he catches me slipping right here. He immediately shoots for Kataguruma, fireman's throw, and he gets it right there. I kind of pull guard at the same time and have like a shoulder trap, and I start going for that Americana. So it's not an armbar, it's actually an Americana. And that's two. That is a takedown. So he gets two for the takedown. Anytime you're trying to fall to your back and your opponent is shooting for a takedown and has control of a leg or an upper body grip or both, he technically gets a takedown. So here I immediately recover and try to go into a sit-up guard. I have my grip on the lapel. I'm trying to feed my left hand to that same lapel. He's doing a good job gripping my lapel as well, kind of closer to my collar, where he can push me down, and he's trying to flatten me out. So we have a bit of a stalemate here. He knows that he can pressure forward, but he has to be careful so I don't elevate him up. And I'm trying to get him over my shoulder. So this is kind of where the scramble happens, close to here. As I have that right grip on the lapel, it's very hard for him to pass. He needs to flatten me out. He does have a free hand, so he can do an active post and either start knee cutting or putting pressure forward. So he's going to kind of do that. He hops almost to a knee cut, and that's what makes me turtle to recover. I try to follow him. I give the single leg and the cradle. He takes the cradle, immediately spins to my back, and again, catches me slipping here because instead of, recovering to my guard and slowly trying to, accept the sweep, I try to fight the sweep, right? I don't want to be taken down, and because of that, I give my back. So I come up and give that leg, hoping to bait him into a single leg, and instead, he pulls me to the back. So he does a very good job here. He gets his right hook and then his left hook. And because I'm still fighting and turtling up, I actually, this kind of gives him the opportunity to get the hook. So again, he gets both hooks here. He's able to control my hip. So what I should have done in retrospect is give up the sweep so that way I can recompose my guard and be okay on my back. But because I get really greedy with points, because in my head I'm already down by points, I end up fighting this position and end up getting my back taken. It would have been better for me to accept that sweep and just relax. And even when he was trying to take my back, just relax, stay on my back, give up the sweep. But instead, because I'm turning a little bit more urgently than I should probably be more relaxed. So he's trying to go for a choke. He's not close to it because I'm able to defend really well. But this is a transition where I'm able to escape the back. I keep spinning, and because I turn, I am able to take one hook off with my momentum turning. So now I'm on both of my knees. I'm pushing forward. My left shoulder's pushing into his lower part of his left chest, and I'm hand fighting at the same time. He's doing a good job with the wrist control. See how he's controlling my wrist right there? I extend my arm to kind of help loosen that control, and immediately he gives up that back position. So now he's got a 2-on-1, almost like a wrench position, almost like a Kimura, basically. And he's going to use it to come up. I'm going to use that momentum to kind of come up myself. So now he's losing that position. And right here I could have snapped to his back, but I didn't. Instead, I pushed forward and pushed my knee towards his chest to start passing. At this point in the scramble, I could tell he was going really hard, and I wasn't. So I'm actually very, pretty relaxed and full of energy here. So I'm able to utilize that, and I could tell he's tired. So I immediately pass, spin around to the arm bar. And again, I don't like to force things. He doesn't give me the arm bar. It's no problem. I'm going to Kimura grip and pull him up to my side, get both hooks, immediately connect the choking hand into his collar, trap his shoulder with my left hand, and get the modified bow and arrow very quickly. So this is the point of like jiu-jitsu training. I've been doing a lot of volume, so my cardio is going to be probably better. So I immediately pull guard, foot on the hip, immediately bring my leg into a spider hybrid open guard, shoot the triangle. So it's just attack from here. I know he's tired, so I'm going to kind of take advantage of that a little bit. And remember, the triangle doesn't always have to be a submission. It could be a system of movements, and it can help you transition into other fluid positions. So I immediately trap it. I go for the choke first. It's not there. Go for the armbar next. It's not there. Go for the Americana. It's not there. So then I'm going to use it to sweep. I went for 3 submissions. None of them were there. Now I'm going for my 4th movement here, which is a mount position. So you can see what I'm thinking at the same time. Okay, I'm trying to finish triangle. It's not there. My next option is armbar. Obviously, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. While I'm thinking this in my head, if the armbar is not there, I immediately start connecting to a Kimura. And if that's not there, which it is, plot twist, it ends with the Kimura, I was going to go for a wrist lock. And so I'm always attacking, and I'm able to measure where my student is. That's kind of the advantage and disadvantage of going hard early. He was able to utilize a takedown in the back. I stayed relaxed, and now I still have a pretty full tank here. So I'm going to pull guard again. Immediately he gives up a sweep. You can tell now he's tired. Immediately pass the knee on belly, and I'm going to trap his shoulder, go back. I missed the armbar opportunity. He's so tired that he stays in side control. So I'm going to get it again. And I really want you to pay attention to this transition. I'm going for the armbar. He does a very good job hitchhiking, escaping. So I'm going to transition into an arm trap. So I'm going to trap the arm, go back the other way, trap the shoulder, go to an omoplata. From omoplata, I'm going to use that position to basically finish. I'm going to trap his hips here so he doesn't hop over. I'm going to break his base by moving to the side. I check the clock real quick. I know there's just a few seconds left. I scoot to my left, pivot my hips right behind his shoulder, and as I always tell my students, I whisper in their ear, not literally, right, metaphorically. And this allows me to really turn the shoulder and tweak it to the angle that I need to get the submission. And so I'm able to finish. And I really enjoyed this roll because it just showed, like, I was ready to start rolling. Immediately he caught me slipping, got me with a takedown, got me with the back. But again, the whole point is to stay composed, relaxed, patient. There's no need to panic. There's a little bit of urgency on me trying to escape early. That's kind of where I messed up. So I would have really preferred to take my time. So this is a second roll. This is a different type of roll. So immediately he goes for what we call like the Marigali guard, where he X's the back leg and he goes into a sit-up. So I know exactly what he's doing. From here, I don't want to get scored on. So I'm actually going to fight every point in the beginning. And so I position high. I don't give up my wrist as easily. He earns it very well. He's able to bring me down, but I immediately pop back up. I'm more springy in this roll. I go for the underhook, and I use my knee to pin his hip. I don't know if you can't really see it from here, but basically my left knee's pinning his hip. He's trying to come up from like a sit-up / outside half, which works really well in his favor because he is a good wrestler. He's wrestled for a while. But I'm able to shut it down by getting the underhook. And now I'm going to start pivoting my legs to start moving. In this roll, you're going to see more positional control and transitions. I really enjoyed this one too. So now he's going to switch and hold the lapel. It probably wasn't a good move. I mean, I understand what he was going for, but it actually allows me to pass here, and I go into a shoulder trap. And I could have done the monoplata or the armbar, but instead I kind of go for the Kanto choke because I really wanted it. And I probably should have not because it wasn't there. So he does a good job transitioning. He's going to use this to, the lapel, he's going to use this lapel grip to kind of create space so he can sweep. But because my knees are trapping his shoulder, I'm able to really leverage that angle and kind of kill his momentum. He's bigger than me though, so he's gonna be able to scramble a little bit and use some of that wrestling base to create some sort of momentum. And when he does, I have to scramble back to my feet. So I kind of really wanted that canto choke, but I'm not able to get it. So, he's gripping the lapel. His other hand is gripping the pant. He goes back to like a technical mount / half guard, right? And then look, he's gonna feed it again. And this time it works out better because of where he is. Before I was already past and I was trapping his shoulder. Here he's kind of feeding it to like kind of like a deep half. He uses it as a deep half, and then it's very nice. He comes up, but the problem is he doesn't have full control, so I'm able to spin, and immediately I shoot for a single. I turn the corner, get the angle. He tries to do a Kimura trap. The problem is I'm too postured high, and I'm not low enough for him to get it. And me knowing that, I kind of come up, my head's in his chest. And so I could feel him go for it. I immediately post, and I land on top. So I take him down in this round, which was kind of my goal, to kind of do more positional control here. So I take him down, immediately go to knee cut. He's doing a very good job with a kind of a half guard. I immediately go the other way. I don't pass right away because I don't have to. And I didn't know my gi was all over the place here. I actually thought my gi was on. At this point, I think they would not reset us, but they would reset my gi. So I pass to mount, go to S mount. And so to get you into my head a little bit of what I'm thinking the exact same thing as before. Technical mount to canto choke. I'm going to use my knee to put pressure. Look how I put my leg back into half guard. As he comes up, I'm going to re-pummel that underhook. And then I'm going to pass one more time. As soon as I pass, he's going to keep trying to get me into that half guard. I'm going to use it to pin his shoulder and his hip. My right leg is pinning his hip. I lift the shoulder because I have good control of it. And now I'm going to post and step over his head and do, again, very similar as before, the basic setup to the armbar. So I'm going to use the same position as before, but again, we're more fresh in this round. So I know that he's going to come up strong and try to defend really well. And as you saw before in the previous roll, he's very good at defending these arm bars. So I'm going to leverage this time and put my legs across. So instead of turning it into omoplata as I did before, I kind of want to finish with the arm bar. So I'm staying at his wrist, and if you notice, my legs aren't as, it's going to bend a little bit here, and then I'm going to use it to pry that defending arm, and that's going to allow me to break that grip that he's holding on to. So now I'm going to extend my left leg and extend my right leg at the same time, and that's able to keep him very flat and have very good control of the basic arm bar. So if you could kind of see what's happening with my left leg hooking here. Remember, in my head, I'm always thinking of like my next option. So in my head, I really want the armbar, but if I don't get it, I'm already thinking triangle. I'm thinking Kimura. I'm thinking wrist lock. I'm thinking back take. Just so you could understand what I'm thinking. And to be honest, I'm not really thinking. This is all like subconscious. In my head, I'm just trying to like attack. So I get the arm bar here, control the wrist. I know he likes hitchhiker, so I keep really focused on the wrist and really engage my hamstrings and glutes and extend my feet so he doesn't get away. At the same time, I'm not trying to hurt him. So I'm just trying to control him and make sure he doesn't go anywhere. So there's a lot of people that don't do that. They just really kill the arm. I don't do that. Like I'm able to control the arm. I go for a single. He stuffs it. I smile because I love that stuff. I love wrestling. He goes for this fireman's carry. I know it this time. So I back up, if you notice this time. And now I repummel the underhook, immediately crossface. And some things Andrew could have worked on here was preventing that crossface so easily. I got there pretty fast. So he could have gone for the fireman's immediately into a guard pull, into a half guard. Instead, I crossface. He's going to try to go deep half again, which he's getting pretty good at this deep half game. But I know what he's doing, so I'm going to anticipate his movement. So as he moves and tilts to his other side, I'm going to start off balancing and bringing my right leg over his head like I just did there. And now I'm going to repummel that underhook as much as I can. I'm going to still hold on to his sleeve, throw my right hip on his chest. And so now it's very hard for him to come up. I'm going to come back over his head, squeeze my knees, pinch them tight, and now he's kind of stuck. And I have the opportunity to pass to his left or to his right, depending on where he goes. Right? So if he stays flat, I switch my right leg over his head again and pass to his right, my left. If he goes to his side, I'm going to free my leg and pass. So you kind of see what happens. I come back because he goes to his side, like I had said. And it frees my leg. And even though he has an underhook, it's okay because look, I'm going to control his hip and the top of his neck, throw my left leg over, and start controlling his shoulder once more. And that was time. This was actually a short roll. The first round, I think, was 6 minutes. I think the second round was maybe 4.5. So I wanted to get a quick second round because Andrew's great. He did awesome. Some things he could have improved on was chaining the movements. So, you know, he would go for his fireman's. He'd go for a single. He'd go for the back. But he had no backup plan. So if he could, like, chain them a little bit better, that'd be good for him. Some other things he could work on is pacing. In the first round, he was going really hard, which is fine. But if he's not able to finish the roll, that means he went a little too hard. So he needs to learn how to just take his foot off the gas pedal a little bit, pace, relax, have fun. He doesn't have to go for the kill, especially if he had the back. He could have hung out there a little bit more instead of trying to go for the kill. But because he was trying to go for the kill, it allowed me to escape. So really proud of him. He did great. Awesome wrestling, high level. And like you read in the caption, I do get taken down. I do get my back taken legitimately, but I'm able to stay patient, calm, recover, and use my jiu-jitsu to, utilize these strong positions and where I'm out a little bit. So I'm super proud of him. Having really fun with these breakdowns and this analysis of just really looking at the different positions, and in this case, Andrew. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, please share the video, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, leave some comments in the comment section. Tell me what was your favorite part of the video, like which position did you like, and then let me know what other videos you would like me to post. I'm always looking forward to hearing your feedback. As always, keep training hard. Until next time.